魔人どもを根絶する時です。四大天使の名にかけて。
And pulling for a hero just like that, I managed to obtain Ludociel of Flash. In the universe of Nanatsu no Taizai, Ludociel is one of the 4 extremely powerful archangels from the Goddess clan. Each archangel possesses a kind of grace on which their powers and abilities are based. These graces, meanwhile, relevantly like the rest of the Nanatsu no Taizai story, gather inspiration from the Genesis story of creation. Whereas on verse 14, God created the sun and the moon. The supreme deity of the Goddess clan bestowed the grace of sunshine upon the Archangel Mael. Whereas on verse 9, God created the land and the seas. The supreme deity bestowed the grace of ocean upon the Archangel Charmiel. Whereas on verse 6, God created the sky. The supreme deity bestowed the grace of tornado upon the Archangel Soriel. And whereas on verse 3, God created light. And the supreme deity bestowed the grace of flash upon Ludociel, the leader of the 4 archangels. I managed to pull Ludociel of Flash upon, again just like pulling for Gloxinia first try. Though I'm not certain, it seems like whenever there's a new event in 7DS Grand Cross, an SSR or a super rare hero could be, based on my experience, guaranteed on the first try of the 11 hero pull worth 30 diamonds, or at least that's what my experience has been pulling for Gloxinia and Ludociel. And though Ludociel is not in the top 3 heroes I want to obtain early in the story, which consists of Gloxinia, Tertiary, and Melascula, I could say that Ludociel is on the top 4, so it was a rare pull after all. And tonight, we're going to test and see his in-game skills and abilities, and then probably compare it with his abilities and powers in the actual Nanatsu no Taizai story. Beginning with skill 1, Holy Beam. Ludociel raises his right index finger, which radiates a projectile of holy light on it, and then he jerks his right hand towards the direction of the targets. Yes, because this skill has large area of effect, or AoE, and therefore it impacts all of the enemies. This skill inflicts a rapture damage, a kind of damage multiplier against buffed enemies. The damage multiplier percentage increases as the skill levels up. In the anime, I think Ludociel used a similar skill, or at least one that nearly resembles it, during his fight against the original demon, the result of the emerging of Chandler and Cusack. He used the same in some random occasions as well. Now for skill 2, or at least it's the second skill I used after acquiring Ludociel, we have Blue Shine Blade. As if drawing a shining bright sword, Ludociel dashes toward a target, just one enemy this time, and it seems he then slashes the enemy using his sword, inflicting damage equal to a certain percentage of the attack. The amount of damage increases as the skill levels up. In the anime, I don't remember a particular instance where Ludociel used such similar blue-colored technique, but he has a penchant for swordsmanship that he managed to engage the Lion's Sin of Bride Escanor in a casual spar. So, I think it's his swordsmanship that inspired the skill. Apart from that, the skill seems to showcase Ludociel's speed, thanks of course to the grace of Flash. Finally, for skill 3, let's begin by reflecting on what Ludociel's position or role is in the story, be it the manga or the anime. He is the leader of the 4 archangels, the brother of Mael, who is believed to be the strongest archangel. Ludociel led the Holy War, a task given to him perhaps by the supreme deity, or maybe he earned it. Whichever the case may be, Ludociel is in a position to represent the Goddess clan, apart from the supreme deity herself. And each member of the Goddess clan possesses the power of Arc, a representative magic technique that counteracts darkness by disintegrating it with light particles. The target is encased in a dazzling sphere of light that breaks apart their body. So among all of the members of the Goddess clan, Ludociel is worthy to represent this power, which leads us to his ultimate move, the Goddess Holy Arc. Ludociel flies high up in the sky where he summons the power of light, gathering all of it to fire towards the targets. Targets which are all of the enemies in this case, creating a devastating damage, almost enough to obliterate the enemies. Almost.
四大天使の名にかけて
And now for Ludociel's unique passive skills, we have Supplication of Blessings, which decreases defense-related stats of enemy heroes in PvPs. And then we have the Grace of Flash, of course, which grants Ludociel the ability to evade attacks from the enemies, because the Grace of Flash in the anime gives him immense speed. Since these are turn-based battles, being able to dodge skills with Petrify, Freeze, and Stun effects for 2 turns would be an advantage. These are, or there are certain exceptions though, if the enemy effects are a result of unique commandments or if the attack from the enemy is an ultimate move. Unfortunately, I haven't seen yet the unique passive of the Grace of Flash taking effect in the game. It seems as elusive as the power of the Grace itself. So.